Welcome back as we continue live right here on Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompeani with you till 11 o'clock, and then join us on the sports at 11:20, followed by a new edition of the Mike Tomlin Show presented by 84 Lumber. Missy Matthews and I get you through that as we set you up for the Steelers and the Jaguars tomorrow on KDKA. We have 2 hours of postgame on KDKA tomorrow after the game, not here. So tune in after the game on KDKA. We'll have the Xfinity Extra Point Show, and then the special Steelers edition of this show, so you can call us and air your opinions. Let's go out to JB in Squirrel Hill, who's next. Hello, JB.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Hey, how you? I want to talk about Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
He's unreal. But so, if you're the Browns and you're picking a quarterback and Watson is out there, and you're looking at all the tape of him against like Alabama in those championship games, the way he battled and never gave up.
You're asking why they didn't take him.
Unreal. Why? How could you not take him?
You know why? I talked to someone who's familiar with them because they've gotten burned so many times by taking quarterbacks in the first round. I think they didn't want to go there, even though now they look maybe and say they should have done it. They ended up with Deshaun Kaiser, who they like, but he's not Deshaun Watson.
But he displayed so much of what you would really want in a quarterback. I mean, it's just unreal. Anyway, 80-1, I was going to lay that for Houston to win the Super Bowl. That was like, I was like, man, that would be a good bet. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now it's already like 35-1.
You should have acted upon your instinct.
I know. I missed my chance.
All right.
All right, take it easy.
Appreciate it. Let's go out to Joe in Pittsburgh, who joins us next on the Sports Call right here on the Borders and Borders Hotline. Hey, Joe.
Hi, how you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good. My question is about the Penguin game tonight. I like the way they won tonight. Besides, with the power play being 0 for 5, is there any kind of things they can do to kind of change, to kind of correct that, to see if if they can get the power play going a little better?
Yeah, I would say shoot more, and Patrick Hornquist, when he gets back in the lineup, and hopefully that'll be soon, he'll be a difference in front of the net.
And I was wondering, with Ian Cole being out, who knows how long he'll be out, do you think they might go down into the minor leagues to bring up another defenseman?
I mean, they might. They have Chad Ruhwedel, who's hanging around, and he's up here right now and looking to get an opportunity to play. I'm not sure what Cole's injury. I know what it is. He got hit in the face. I saw him lose teeth, and hopefully it's not a concussion or anything beyond that, like a broken jaw, because he took that shot by Roman Josi right into the mouth, and his shield did not protect him from that. So those guys go down. You talk about a warrior mentality to take as many shots, block shots coming at you at 100 miles an hour. That's pretty amazing stuff, and they go down no matter what. All right, Harry and Elizabeth joins us right now. Hey, Harry, how you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, I think we should have kept Dave Wannstedt. I always say that. But I like Narduzzi. But, I mean, about the running backs and all that, he'd make that Morris play good last week. He made a trip.
No, he's suspended for, I don't know. I mean, they got. I don't know what's going on over there. There have been a number of suspensions, and there's no reason why given. So you're left to wonder.
I mean, you got to keep a running back in there to have the feel for the game, the run. You know what I mean?
Yep. They're just not getting it done, and they're not a very good football team right now. And they very easily could have their 9-year streak of getting to a bowl game end. They're only at 2 wins right now. They have 6 left, and they're going to face at least 3 ranked opponents during that time. So, you tell me where 4 of these 6 wins are going to come from unless they change things up. And now they're down Max Brown. They haven't gotten much at all out of the running game all season long. So, and their defense still gives up. The thing about the defense today, you can put the blame on the offense if you want, but they still gave up over 400 yards to the quarterback. And Eric Dungy's a very good quarterback, total yards. But after they make it 27-24, they get a touchdown. There's a 2-point conversion. Whitehead gets in. So now there's 7 minutes left in the game. They kick the ball off. You're looking for a stop, somewhere to give Pitt the ball back, conserve timeouts, and then they have a chance to get in the field goal range because Kessman hit one from 56 today. So all you got to do is get it back to force overtime. Their defense could not get off the field until 56 seconds left. They ran 6 minutes off the clock, and they failed on a 4th down, and Pitt was stuck in their own zone with no timeout, and they end up going to a redshirt quarterback. So their defense failed them, in my view, and that has to change. All right, let's go to Joe, Polish Hill. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Hey, Bob, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, if I can throw something your way regarding the NFL.
Yes.
I've always been mystified, Bob, about the quote, any given Sunday, in the parity in the league. Bob, there are 32 teams in the NFL, as you well know, and 6 quarterbacks capable of winning the Super Bowl. That means going into the season, 26 teams do not have a chance. So the people recognize that, and that's what I wanted to question you about. Thank you.
Well, the any given Sunday is just regard to on a day like, we've seen teams lose that you would never expect to lose to teams that have no business beating them. I mean, the Steelers have had those days. The one that sticks out to me is Houston coming here when Tommy Maddox was the quarterback, and the Steelers had like 500 total yards and Houston had like 30, and yet they still won because of turnovers. I think on any given day applies to when you have professionals all over the field, you can make plays, and sometimes those plays turn games around. They're game changers. So I get what you're saying, however. By the way, baseball, how about Chicago? They had a 3-1 lead over Washington, only to see Bryce Harper and Ryan Zimmerman hit home runs, a 2-run shot and a 3-run shot, bottom of the 8th, and Washington evens their series at 1 apiece. 6-3, they win that game today. Back with more right after this on Pittsburgh CW.